What is up, woke family? It's your boy Wokey Bucks, and I'm back again with another live stream. So the topic that I'll be discussing this live stream tonight is in regards to what is being thrown out there by the political correct women media, right? AKA Believe All Women, trying to say that the Amber Heard trial, right? Her obviously losing to Johnny Depp is sending a message to black women, right? Now, one would ask themselves, right? How is this verdict sending a message to black women, right? When Amber Heard is obviously a white woman, right? Quote unquote, right? White woman, European American. This is the verdict that uh, obviously was reached today, but at the same time as well, too, that just goes to show you how much the left, right? How much the left is trying to literally put others in a position to make themselves look politically correct, right? They will use as much bait as they can in order to be able to make themselves look politically correct. Now, obviously, you're going to have certain people that are going to try to compare the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation to Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion, but they're completely different, right? They're two different cases. But the thing is that when it comes to women that are trying to come across as politically correct, they'll try to use a certain tactic or a certain scapegoat to try to get people to side with them, right? Where like now you have literally like the Me Too movement and Believe All Women, right? That are literally trying to come into place and take control over everything, bro. Right? And there's so many different cases, right? So many different cases, bro. Like I said, you have the Megan Thee Stallion situation, you have the Amber Heard situation, and like I said again, instead of them to, if they want to throw a message towards white women, they chose black women, right? Unfortunately. So what we're basically going to do is we're going to basically go through this article that I found here, right? That basically has that exact same title that I have, right? Amber Heard verdict sends a message to black women. Pay attention to what we read, and we're going to break it down, right? So let's get into this, man. So obviously you have the title here. Amber Heard verdict sends a message to black women everywhere. It was written by a white woman as well too. Her name is Candace McDuffie. Let's get into it. Or actually, I'm assuming she's a white woman, but I stand corrected if I'm wrong. All right, let's get into this, guys. So on Wednesday, a jury in Virginia decided that actor Johnny Depp had been defamed. Right. So for those of you that don't know, when somebody says that you've been defamed, they're basically trying to say that your character has basically been put through a negative spiral, right? Character defamation basically means that somebody's basically soiled your name. So if you had a good reputation before, when somebody basically spreads rumors and lies about you, that's called character defamation. So that's what McDuffie means by defamed, right? So let's read that again. On Wednesday, a jury in Virginia decided that actor Johnny Depp had been defamed by ex-wife Amber Heard in her 2018 op-ed published by the Washington Post, right? Johnny Depp was awarded $15 million in compensatory and punitive damages, but could only legally receive up to 10.35 million. Now, obviously, if you were to subtract 15 million from 10.35 million, that comes out to be about roughly 4.65 million that Johnny Depp did not receive, right? So, with that being said, do I know why he didn't receive 4.65 million? No, but probably I'm gonna, based off of my assumption, I'm gonna assume that the remaining 4.65 million went to his legal team, right, and all the people he paid to be able to get him to win the case, right? Because unfortunately, in this situation which we're reading right now, he did receive up to 15 million, but the reality situation is that that 15 million doesn't clear his bad name, right? It doesn't, unfortunately, because people are going to start to look at him like in a certain light because of what a woman says, right? And especially when you have all these movements like Me Too and Believe All Women, you have to understand that at the end of the day, they're going to try to go with what the woman has to say just because of the fact that she's a woman, right? Just because of the fact that she's a woman, they're going to go off of what she said, right? In the beginning of this year, there was a situation with the Fresh and Fit podcast in Miami, right? For those that don't know who Fresh and Fit are, they're literally a group of I consider them red pill coaches, right? Who basically teach men about how to self improve, right? Because people have the red pill misconceived. Red pill teaches about all aspects of life: self improvement, female nature, business, and every other aspect in order to be able to know the realities of life. So they basically teach dudes about the reality of life and women as well too, right? In dating. So basically, there was this one woman who came onto their podcast, right? I think she's a rapper as well as an internet personality. Her name is Asian Doll, a black woman from Chicago. Uh, long story short, she pulled up to their place 2 hours late and made a big scene after being asked to leave because, in her opinion, she was trying to defend a fellow black woman, even though that was not the case, right? It was a situation where um, they told her to not interrupt. They also told her to don't like because she called Myron, right? For those of you who know Myron, obviously one of the hosts of the show, she called him mean, and when she obviously called him mean, he felt some type of way about it, and he told her, "Listen, at the end of the day, that you shouldn't come and disrespect the platform." 1 second, guys. Let's take this on. Let's test it. Hold on, guys. All right, it should be solid. All right, so basically, she told him not to disrespect the platform. He told her not to disrespect the platform. She continued to say that, "Oh yeah, you're not going to tell me what to say." Da 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 da. She eventually ended up leaving. Then she tried to plea a case onto Instagram talking about he was bullying black women, and that's my point, right? Just because of the fact that she's a woman, she's going to try to plead with all women. But this is the same women. This is the same woman who years ago, probably in 2013, was disrespecting dark skinned women, was disrespecting other black women, even though she's trying to come out and make it seem like she supports black women. But obviously, she has her own bias, right? So that's my point. But anyway, yeah, let's continue this, man. Um, Heard did win one claim in the case and received $2 million. I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence still was not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband, Heard said in a statement shortly after the verdict was announced. Let's see if we can read more, guys. Hold on 1 second. Nah, okay. So this is da-da-da-da. So is this all about the case? Hold on. Let's see if there's any more. Okay. I'm even more disappointed with what this verdict does for or means for other women. It is a setback. It is a setback. It sets back the clock to a time when a woman who spoke up and spoke out could be publicly shamed. And okay, guys, we're gonna break this down, man. Unfortunately, but we're gonna break it down. The reality of the situation is that when women come out and say this, they're trying to go back to that believe all women. She's mad that she lost the case, but this is the same woman who came out when she apparently was awarded $7 million by the judge when it came to her and Johnny Depp settling a case. I think this was back in the 2018 case as well too. She told the judge that she didn't want any of Johnny's money, and the $7 million was going to go to charities, right? Aforementioned that she mentioned to the judge, and she gave not one of those charities any of the money, right? This is the woman that shall respect. This is the woman that is seen as, oh yeah, she's a perfect person. Bro, you really got to be able to read between the lines. And what she's doing here is that she's trying to make it seem like all women are perfect. She's trying to make it seem like the women, like herself, that are guilty and evidence is mounted against them, that there is nothing that should be done to them, especially when they do wrong. And that verdict is just a primal lesson towards women just like her that do not want to take accountability for your actions, right? We live in a society, unfortunately, where women do not take responsibility for their actions. They can act irrational, and then people are supposed to believe them when they say that, oh yeah, I was going through something. It's like, bro, everybody goes through something, right? We as men especially, I think we go through a lot. Not saying that women don't go through a lot, but it's like you're expected to take care of your family, you're expected to take care of the world, and then on top of that as well too, you get disrespected on top of it. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? You're not really granted that much leeway as a man in the society, but as a woman, you're granted a lot much more leeway. So it is unfortunate, it's a double standard, but it is what it is. Let's continue, man. So it sets back the idea that violence against women is to be taken seriously. So she's trying to say that it sets back the idea that violence against women is to be taken seriously. Basically, trying to say that violence against women is not being taken seriously. See, this is the unfortunate reality, bro. Unfortunately, she's taking victim. She's playing victim. She's taking victim. Now, am I saying that Johnny did not put his hands on you? I don't know. But are you going to make it seem like you did not put your hands on him as well too? At least if you're gonna make a statement like that, you got to be 100% perfect off of something you're accusing somebody for. So if you're gonna accuse him and say that he put his hands on you, then you better be ready to you better be ready to talk about that you put your hands on him as well too. It wasn't a 1 day thing or it wasn't a 1 way street. But the reality of the situation is that, like I said, women in this situation like to play victim, and it's not. And the unfortunate thing about it is that it's not only her that's doing this. There are a lot of other women that are just like her that are doing the exact same thing. You feel what I'm saying? So unfortunately, like I said again, it is what it is. Like women have to learn how to take accountability, bro. It's just unfortunate. Women just like her, especially. Let's continue, man. If the mistreatment of a okay, so let's break this down. If the mistreatment of a wealthy, blonde-haired, blue-eyed white actress is ridiculed by the world, what does that mean for black women? Is this what is this? Nah, I'm assuming that this isn't what she said. Okay, this is what McDuffie said. If the mistreatment of a wealthy blonde-haired, blue eye, bro, I can't even speak English, man. That's crazy. Let me read that one more time, guys. My apologies. If the mistreatment of a wealthy blonde-haired, blue-eyed white actress is ridiculed by the world, what does that mean for black women? Okay, so this is the problem, bro. And this is exactly why I said that the left does this all the time to try to come across as politically correct. Why are you dragging black women into this, bro? Please, please make it make sense. Why are you dragging black women to this? Now, the person we're talking about obviously has done certain things to be able to get the verdict of losing the trial. So why are you turning this from Amber Heard, who is a quote unquote wealthy, blonde haired, blue eyed white actress, and deflecting to black women? What do black women have anything to do with the Amber Heard trial against Johnny Depp and vice versa? That's exactly why I said, bro, like, you gotta be woke enough to be able to see the truth, bro. They want you to be blind in this matrix, bro. They're trying to drag black women into something that has nothing to do with black women, bro. That's tough. Let's continue, man. For 6 weeks, Heard testified how Depp not only sexually abused her, but also physically assaulted her throughout the relationship, okay? She claimed that he head butted her as well as punched her and dragged her around by her hair. Heard maintains that everything she wrote in the op ed entitled that spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath that has to change was true. Depp denied all allegations of abuse. Okay. For black women, okay, so you see what I'm saying again? She's doing it again, bro. We really got to start paying attention to these things because the reality of the situation is that if we let women like her continue, she's only going to bring the society down even further and cause more divide. Black women have nothing to do with the situation, and you're dragging black women into this. That's very disgusting. Like it can't get any more disgusting than this, bro. And it's like, come on, man. Like, why? Why do we as people feel the need to make everything about race? And then to drag women that have nothing to do with the situation into the situation is very disgusting. So McDuffie, whoever created this article, shame on you. Shame on you. Like, there's not really much to say, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just disgusting. Like, why? Let's continue, man. For black women who do not have whiteness or fame or money to protect them, who told you that, bro? Now, if you're speaking about majority, okay, but it's like, bro, for you to make it like the way you're coming across, especially in this article, you're making it seem like there are no black women that have. Okay, forget about the whiteness. And that's not even fully true, too. You have our light skinned sisters and you have our mixed sisters, too. Are they not black? Do they not have whiteness in them? Quote unquote. Are you trying to make it seem like there are not some black sisters out there that are famous, that have some type of clout to them, fame, or have money to be able to? Come on, why, bro? Now, obviously, I know she's probably trying to talk. Now, I'm not even going to say that she's trying to talk about the majority because I'm not giving her the benefit of the doubt in this situation, bro. She tried to drag black women into something that they had nothing to do. So we're not giving her any benefit of the doubt. You feel what I'm saying? This is just disgusting. Like I said, for you to bring this up is just completely irrelevant to the topic, bro. If you wanted to talk about how Amber Heard lost, cool. But to be dragging black women, like, nah, bro. Nah, bro. That's just crazy. Um, Heard's words of the verdict as a setback ring especially true. So let me say that. Let me read that again. Heard's words of the verdict as a setback ring is so she's dragging black women into this. Number one. Number two, she's also agreeing with Amber Heard. Damn, that's really tough. Okay, whether you believe her or not, the way the world treated Heard was downright. See, this is the problem, bro, and unfortunately, in the reality, in the society we live in, bro, you have a lot of people that are article writers, that are bloggers, people that are just part of the media that try to take sides. They can never come across as unbiased, bro. They're always going to be biased towards a certain side, and that's the disgusting part, and that's the sad part too. Especially, it's disgusting in this situation, bro. That McDuffie actually has the audacity to try to come out and defend Heard, even when she was literally accused and evidence was shown. That man, shame on you, man. Whoever created this article, shame on you. Big, big shame on you. I'm gonna be honest with you, and for me, I don't wish negative upon. Anyway, I'm not even finna say it, bro. Okay. Not only were her bruises placed under a microscope by forensic, right? So when they say experts, they're talking about forensic scientists, guys. So not only were her bruises placed under a microscope by experts during the trial, social media joined in on the skepticism. Okay, let's continue, guys. Hold on one second. Okay. I think this is the end of it, guys. So these last two little paragraphs are the end. Okay. Heard was turned in everything. Heard was turned in everything from memes to actually, I think she's trying to say that Heard was turned into a meme, to murals mocking the validity of her abuse. Some even believe Johnny Depp when he said she was the aggressor in the relationship. You know what the sad part about it? I don't know who was the aggressor. I really don't know. But what I will say is that let's be real, bro. In the society we live in right now, excuse me, in the society that we live in right now, if you are the aggressor in the relationship as a man, you're going to jail, bro. If there's any type of domestic violence case when it comes to dealing with a man and a woman, and the police comes, one person has to leave the house, and more likely than not, it's going to be the man. That's number one. And number two, you see how Johnny Depp came out and said that she was the aggressor? If society finds out that a woman was physically putting hands on you, bro, they try to call you a bitch. They try to shame you and tell you you're weak as a man because you allowed a woman to put her hands on you. You're not expected, and that's another double standard in the society that benefits women, bro. They're not trying to listen to you, especially if you come out and tell the truth, right? Let's put it in a public scenario, bro. If a man were to see another man beating a woman, a man is gonna jump in. But when a man sees a woman putting her hands on a man, I'm not even going to tell you that you got to put hands on that woman and tell her stop behaving like that, but at least tell her, listen, you can't be disrespecting your man like that in public or even inside. Nobody, come on, man, let's be real. We live in a hypocritical and double standard based society, bro. Shout out to Me Too. Shout out to Believe All Women, bro. This is exactly what happens when you let them take control. This is exactly why we need masculine men in the household, bro. Because if there were masculine men as leaders of this country, masculine men that were leaders of this world, we wouldn't be seeing BS like this, bro. This is complete BS, bro. It's sad. Let's finish these things up, man. Her, like I said, she was turned into memes and murals mocking the validity of her this thing, right? Of her abuse, mocking the validity of her abuse. Some even believe Johnny Depp when he said that she was the aggressor in the relationship. If all of Heard's privilege couldn't protect her from such viciousness, what type of privilege are you talking about? Okay, black women like, you see what I'm saying? She keeps tying black women into this, bro. Y'all gotta be careful for women like her, bro, because she will be the detriment to black women, bro. She will literally be the detriment to society, detriment to black women. Black women, like always, remain even more vulnerable, bro. Black women have nothing to do with this. Stop making a story out of nothing. This is just so sad, bro. As we've seen from Tina Turner to Rihanna, our pain. Okay, okay. Our pain becomes punchlines and our humanity is invalidated. You can just tell based off of reading this article that this woman is a feminist, bro. Excuse my language. I don't want YouTube to ban me, but you can just tell, bro. Feminist, you know what I'm saying? What happened to Heard is another vile reminder to women, particularly black women. Another one, again, another shot at black women, that nothing can guarantee our safety. If you really were trying to protect women, right? Why didn't you involve white women? Why didn't you say anything about white women? You just brought up Amber Heard specifically. Why didn't you send this message to black or to white women? Why involve black women in the mix? Because you want to do something that's going to gain you virality, right? Instead of speaking the truth. That's tough. Like I said to you again, shame on you. There's not really much more to say. Um, all I will say is that in situations like this, guys, uh, we have to really be woke about the society, bro. The society we live in, bro, is getting worse and worse by the day, worse and worse by the minute, worse and worse by the hour. We have to really start to pay attention to signs and what they really mean. Because if not, they're going to end up being like this woman who's going to be spewing a bunch of BS and trying to drag racial groups that have nothing to do with the situation. Black women have nothing to do with why Amber Heard's verdict came out against her losing to Johnny Depp. You tried to bring up situations like Rihanna, what happened with Chris Brown in 2008, 2009. That was a completely different time, and it was a completely when it came to her doing what she did to uh, Johnny Depp. Everybody knows that. You feel what I'm saying? So for you to be coming out and be doing this and that, you know what I'm saying? It's very very unfortunate, bro. It's very unfortunate that you feel like it's okay for you to be behaving like that. It's okay for you to be saying certain things like that. So all I am gonna say is that women like you, shame on you. And for all those people who believe all women, the truth is coming to light now. We need masculine men in this country, need masculine men in this world in order to be able to fight off the demonic forces that are going on. Because you might think that believe all women and Me Too is here to save you as women. It's only going to lead to your downfall. It's only destroying you guys. If you understand this because you're woke, if you don't understand, you're not woke. This is going to be in this live stream. If you like this live stream, make sure you go spam that like button, leave comments, share this live stream with your friends. Subscribe to the channel at Wokey Bucks, WOKEEBUKS. Tap the notification bell to get all the latest videos that I post. Patreon link will be down in the description below, and so will social media links. So make sure you go give those a check. But without further ado,